If I had a dollar for all the lies creators are being told on a regular basis about brand partnerships and brand deals, I would be on a yacht somewhere in the Maldives, okay? There is so much misinformation about what creators actually need in the brand partnership space. And the reason I feel very confident in making this video and sharing it with you is because I come from the brand side. So that means I have managed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of creator budget, paying creators like you watching this video for different types of campaigns. And I see just like all these random people now popping up saying what to do, what not to do. And in fact, they probably haven't even had that much brand experience under their belt. So I'm ready to squash the lies, squash the myths, and lay down some hard, true facts about brand partnerships and brand deals. The biggest lie creators are being told literally on a daily basis, if you just open up TikTok or open up anywhere, is that you need a certain number of followers to work with brands. Let me tell you guys something right here. I am currently in the process of working with one of my brand clients on developing their influencer campaigns for the rest of the year, entering the new year. And one of our biggest strategies that we're doing is actually targeting regional influencers and working with influencers that rank for certain keywords. That's it. There is no follower prerequisite, okay? And I think that this holds a lot of people back from pitching, from reaching out, because they think that there's a follower count minimum that they need in order to work with a brand that they want to work with. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. Now, I will say that if the brand is running an influencer campaign where they're looking for a certain number of clicks, views, impressions, conversions, yes, there are those campaigns that I run as well that I am looking for a certain number because it comes down to math and conversions, right? I'm like, if the creator has 100,000 followers, if they get about 10,000 views a video, if we convert about 1%, I'm able to kind of look at the math, especially if my client is measuring things like clicks and conversions, right? Brand awareness campaigns. But I also have clients, like I told you right now, that I'm building out their campaigns that have nothing to do with followers. So that is the number one big lie that creators have been told that we want to put to bed. Now, the second big lie that I hear all the times on different forums and different threads is that, this brand pitched me, and that really implies brands will come to you. Yes, brands will come to you. I am currently pitching influencers right now. I have a whole list of creators that I want to go after, especially if you are at a certain level and you are making a certain amount of money, you are in the position of power because brands are coming to you. But let me tell you something, even my most advanced influencers that are making over $1 million a year in brand partnerships have told me that the market has changed and that they need to now be more proactive about pitching. So while this myth of brands will come to you used to be something a lot of creators are told, the real ones that want to do this as a business and that want to be proactive about their financial security and their financial stability are actively pitching. So please don't go into your influencer career with this thought that brands are just going to hit you up and you can just sit and wait for that. Because at the end of the day, it is a numbers game. All the creators in my program know we have certain numbers that we're trying to hit each month because that number will tell us how many brand deals we will get at the end of the month, especially when we look at certain things that we're constantly tweaking, right? Like if the email is correct or the pitch is strong or the media kit, those are all things I help my creators with. Now, if you are a creator that wants to get a little bit more active in the outreach, you're not pitching enough, you're maybe kind of scared, you're not putting yourself out there, well, I host free live trainings all the time that will prepare you to send that first pitch. So if you're ready to start pitching to brands, go ahead and click the link below. I have trainings that I do all the time. They are live, they're super helpful, and they're gonna help you on your journey to pitch to brands. Now, the third lie I hear time and time again is that you need to work for free to build your portfolio. How many of us have heard that we gotta just do it for free because we need to build our portfolio out or get a logo for the media kit? Listen, let me tell you something right here. A brand that wants to work with you for content does not care if that content was paid or if it was free. They care if that content was good. That's the marker that decides if you get the job. If you shoot stuff around the house, if you shoot stuff for free because you want to, not because the brand's asking you to, that is your portfolio right there. I have creators who are going to hotel lobbies, going to restaurants. They're just constantly shooting and they're building their portfolio that way. When a brand comes to you and wants to work with you, but they don't want to pay you, something is up. So again, you're not here to do this as a hobby and help that business grow. You're here to help your business grow. And that's why we don't want to do those free collabs. we want to always do our best to make them paid. Another lie we are told, especially for my new creators, is if you're new, you just shouldn't negotiate. Don't push the buttons. Don't bother them. You're lucky to have gotten this job. And I'm here to tell you that is also false. Everything is negotiable. Everything from your deliverables to the price to your usage, everything that is on the table is negotiable. And just because you're new doesn't mean that you can't speak up. Since when? First of all, the brand doesn't know that you're new. You're not supposed to come off as you're new. You're supposed to come off as like a professional that's done this. And even if you are new, so what? You are here to advocate for yourself. Remember, this is your business. If you don't stand up for yourself, who will? Brands go into conversations expecting the creator to negotiate. Again, I send pitches, I work with creators all the time, and I just expect them to negotiate. It's just kind of this understood thing that happens in our industry. So please do not be afraid to negotiate if you feel that the terms are unfair and you don't feel comfortable. Now, again, if that's something that you need support with, that you want me to help you with that negotiation strategies, like what to look for, what to charge, what's fair, what isn't, I'm going to go ahead and leave another link so you can jump on a call with someone on our team and they can share with you the different ways that we can work together and that I can support you. It is a free discovery call. It will see if you're a good fit for us. It'll share if we're a good fit for you. So you can go ahead and sign up for that link if you do need more help in your business on that side. All right, how many of us have heard if the brand doesn't pay, oh well, it's worth it for the exposure? Major lie, exposure does not pay bills. Exposure is the cherry on top, but it is not the payment. Remember, as a creator, when you do stuff for free in exchange for deliverables, that is considered income and you will get taxed on said income. At least that's how it works here in the US. So you don't want to do things for free because you're getting taxed on it and you're going to end up having to pay for that free exposure. Exposure doesn't pay the bill. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't opportunities out there that you may want to strategically collaborate with someone because it's a win-win. Understand that when it comes to exposure, it needs to be win-win. Listen, I know lots of creators who do things for free all the time, big creators, but it's in their interest as well. It's not one-sided. So if you are going to do anything for exposure, just make sure it is fair. Another lie we see swarming around this industry is you need a manager. You need an agent. You need a manager to pitch for you. Says who, y'all? Says who? I have thousands, if not tens of thousands of creators that we have worked with and supported and helped that know how to actively do the business themselves. I also have creators that have millions of followers who said, Nina, I used to have a manager. I ended up getting rid of them. I'm doing it myself. We're doing it in-house. We hired someone in-house to support us because again, no one will advocate for you and your business the way that you will. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need a manager or that you shouldn't have one. I'm saying that it is not a prerequisite to make money in this industry. Some creators want to have a manager in their business, to which I say, great. But it is not the only way to do this. Again, what we teach actively here at Sidewalker is how to do it yourself. And I've had so many creators throughout the years just tell me that they started off with a manager because again, it's like that shiny coin. They think they're going to be the person to solve all their problems. And then they realize, wait, like no one cares about my business like I do. No one's going to advocate for me like I do. So that's why we're all about teaching you as the business owner how to have those skills yourself. I also heard creators the other day saying something like, well, if you work with this brand, you shouldn't work with its competitors. What? No. Okay. Imagine if you're a travel influencer and you work with the Marriott. That means you can't work with the Hilton, with the Hyatt, with any other boutique hotels. That is ridiculous. Like, how would you make a living in this industry? Or how would you give value to your audience? You want to show different places that you're staying. You don't want to just show one place. And again, if a brand wants you to be exclusive, you should be charging for that. That is an add-on on your rate to have that exclusivity. So please don't think just by working with one brand does not mean you cannot work with their competitors. Now, does that mean post a Coca-Cola post and the next day post Sprite? No, because that hurts you and makes you seem uncredible to your audience that you're willing just to like chuck a product here and there. But does that not mean that you can't like both? Of course not. One of the things I also think creators that do work with competitor brands is just give it some time in between because again, your audience and the trust you built with them is so important that you want to make sure you just do that with class and professionalism. Your audience doesn't feel weird about it. The brand that paid you doesn't feel weird about it. And that it just feels good for you as a business owner. And last but not least, the other lie we hear all the time is that big brands don't work with small creators, right? Big brands literally had huge Fortune 500 company roll out a regional strategy where they are going after key target markets and cities and looking for creators with under 10,000 followers in said cities to build a grassroots approach to finding out about their business. Huge brand, huge. Can't speak about it because I'm under NDA, but the point is that is also a myth. Big brands do work with small creators, but they work with them in different ways. Content, niche campaigns, campaigns that have a regional focus, and many others, right? So let's again, not let that stop us from going out and actively pitching to the brand partners that you deserve to work with. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that we've let go of these limiting beliefs that are holding you back from sending out that pitch. Like I said, if you want me to get in the trenches with you and support you, whether that's through coaching or any of the programs I have, I will leave links below so that you can get started and we can help you in this fun journey of making money as a creator working with brands.